Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie. You're not. And overnight, the article came out for the Winter Challenge, the Winter Marathon, the Lunar New Year, and the hunt down for the hidden tiger. I know what you're thinking. It's not winter if you're in Melbourne, if you're in Australia. Down here in sunny Melbourne, it's been steaming, and I tell you right now. But look, for most of the population of the world, I guess it's winter. Anyway, the Winter Marathon has been lined up with the Lunar New Year on more than one occasion. So let's go and have a look in the garage. Let's light it up and have a look and see what the tank's going to be, what the missions are going to be, what you might try to do, and what I reckon I might try to do. Shadow of the Predator is the first chapter of this marathon mission. That's what it's going to do. As usual, it's 10 stages. There's going to be 10 stages of Chapter 1, 10 stages of Chapter 2. But let's have a look at the article that came out. The article came out overnight, about midnight Melbourne time, if you're living in the same time zone as me. Celebrate the Lunar New Year and hunt down the hidden tiger. Hidden tiger, of course, it's the year of the tiger coming up this year in 2022. And I'll show you a few other things that you might not have seen on a couple of other tanks later on in the video. Holiday Ops is over, but this is going to begin. It goes on, the dates are there from January the 28th. That's 9 o'clock UTC plus 8. So that's 9 o'clock Singapore time, Perth time. That'll be noon if you live in Melbourne or Sydney, 11 o'clock in Queensland, and about half an hour later if you live in South Australia. Tassie, of course, will be 12 o'clock as well. Shout out to anyone in Tassie. Beautiful place. Love it. The Hidden Tiger. This is the tank. There's a video here on the website. I'll link this website in the description below. It's not a bad video. It goes for about 10 minutes. Talks about the tank. Talks about, the gun, the aiming, the speed, all that kind of jazz, which we're probably not going to go. I've only played a few games in this tank, so I'm not going to do a full tank review, which is sort of not how I roll. Hunt down there's the garage. The garage looks fantastic. Is that Hong Kong? I'm not too sure, but it's got those buildings in the background, and of course the old traditional buildings are there, as well as the modern skyscrapers and the modern skyline of a modern city somewhere in Asia. Maybe Hong Kong, maybe Beijing, I'm not sure. Who knows? I've never been to either of those places. Anyway, the usual rewards are coming up. It looks like the rewards are no different over the 10 stages. Even if you don't end up getting the tank for free, you still get personal reserves, all that kind of jazz. These are the rewards you get for the tank, though, so that it looks like it does pay bonds, same as the STRVK about a year ago. This is a Tier 9 premium tank. It's the second Tier 9 premium tank that's been out. The STRVK is a Swedish heavy tank, which some people liked it, some people didn't. I think in general people didn't think it was hugely strong, which probably tells me that it's balanced, but like the STRVK, this will earn bonds, which is a feature of Tier 9 premium tanks. Bonus to credits, crew XP, and bonus combat XP as well. And of course, you can utilise your crew. If you've got a Chinese heavy tank that you've already got, you can chuck that crew into this tank. And there's some pretty cool photos. I reckon the tank looks pretty good. You might look at these photos and think, it just looks like a normal Chinese heavy tank, but wait till you see the skin. The characteristics are also on this website: 530 alpha damage, penetration 266 or 311 for heat, which is premium. Standard is armor piercing rounds. It's got 2300 hit points, which is probably okay. Reload time's pretty low, and the aim time it seems to aim for a long time. Chapter 1, the general overview. This is all listed on this website. It's got the missions for commitment and the missions for mastery. Same as any marathon that we've had, at least since I've been playing. Maybe early days they were different. I'm not too sure, but there's all these different, and you can see the different. We'll have a look at the missions now on this website. Missions for mastery or commitment. So mastery is basically Tier 9 and Tier 10 games, same as usual, playing really, really well. Or if you're not into Tier 9s or Tier 10s, or you don't have any, you can do from Tier 6 to 10. The mission for commitment. As usual, if you do play Tier 9 or Tier 10 and you don't quite get these missions for mastery, the missions for commitment will count. So through the first 10, we'll do these really quickly because they're pretty much the same as previous marathons. Missions for mastery in a Tier 9 or 10 tank used to earn 800 base XP in one game. You do that, you get 10% off the tank, you get some first aid kits, automatic fire extinguishers, and large repair kits. Or if you want to do mission for commitment, earn a total of 3,000 base experience. Now, the 800 base experience in Tier 9 or 10, that might only take you one game if you're a confident player at Tier 9 or 10. The 3,000 definitely will take you more than one game. If it takes you one game, I'll buy you 20 beers. But For some people who might be going through the grind, might be grinding the new American Yo tanks at tier 6 or tier 7, that will all count. And of course, if you do play tier 9 or 10, it counts for both. That gives so premium consumables and a 10% discount. Every stage will give you a 10% discount, and you'll finally get it for free if you manage to make all the stages. Section 2 is to be top by damage once, or 6,000 base experience. It gives you some personal reserves. Stage 3 is to get 4,000 damage in a battle at tier 9 or tier 10. 4,000, I'll be pretty happy with that game. Or 10,000 base experience. That one gives you some more personal reserves, as well as another 10% off the tank. Section 4 is 5 games where you're top for mastery. 5 games where you're top for mastery. Doing at least 3,000 hit points. So even if your team get ruffle stomped and you only do 2,500, that's not going to count at tier 9 or 10. Or for commitment, you can do 18,000 base experience. That'll give you some premium time, crew training booklet, another personal reserves, and some more first aid kits, as well as the 10% off. Section 5, we're nearly halfway. 8 games where you've got to be top by XP. On both teams, that's for the tier 9, for the missions for mastery, or commitment is another 30,000 base experience. That'll give you some repair kits, credits, more personal reserves, and a gun rammer. Section 6, 850 base XP 21 times. This is where it gets a little bit more. This is where a bit more of a grind comes into it as you pass the halfway mark. Mission for mastery, you have to get 850 base XP 21 times in the tier 9 or 10, or 32,000 base XP on any tier from tier 6 and up. That'll give you some credits, some more personal reserves, a style, the unique striped Predator 2D style. We'll show you the style when we get into the garage. Some more first aid kits, and of course the discount. Level 7, 3,200 damage in battle 22 times. That's right, that's not a misprint. 22 games where you do 3,200 battle. So it doesn't matter if you win, lose, or draw. 3,200 damage in a game, 22 times for tier 9 or 10. Or alternatively, you can try to get 33,000 base experience. Again, if you're a competent tier 9 or 10 or a good tier 9 or 10 player, this might be quicker. This one might be more realistic for some players. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, even if you're playing tier 9 or 10 and you're not getting this 3,200, these count as well. The commitment missions always count. So for level 7, of course, you get brings the discount up to 70%. You get a V-Stab Class 1, a day's premium, some more personal reserves, and a repair kit. Level 8, 13 times you need to be top player on both teams by experience, not necessarily damage, by experience 13 times, lucky for some, or do 3,600 base XP for the commitment missions. Another day's premium, some more personal reserves, a training booklet for China, some credits, and the discount goes up to 80%. For level 9, you'll get the 90% discount, and you need to be top on your player 30 times by damage. Now, that doesn't have to be experience. These are the two missions that some people get a bit frustrated with. You might get top by XP but not damage, and of course you're on the wrong one when that happens. But you got to do it 30 times or get 43,000 base experience for the commitment. You get 3 days of premium for that. Some more credits, another training booklet for your crew, gun laying drive, and your discount goes up to 90%. And if you can finish the final 10th mission, where you need to be top by XP 40 times in tier 9 or 10, you'll get a garage slot. You'll also get the tank, and you'll get the crew. Now, the crew's got the Brothers in Arms skill as a 0 perk. Of course, if you do it for commitment, it's 53,000 base experience. Now, they're all base experience, folks, so it doesn't matter if you've got a premium account. Some people get confused with that, and also that premium account multiplier doesn't count at all. So there's an image of all the different stuff you can get. 1.5 million credits, some equipment, rammer, gun laying drive, and V-Stab. The tank itself, the crew, 6 days of premium, the style, the garage slot, some booklets, which will be enough booklets to get your crew up to be ready to fight at tier 9, some premium consumables, personal reserves, and all that kind of jazz. The striped Predator, that's the style that we talked about a minute ago. It's striped like a tiger. Now, it looks like you can put that on any tank. That's definitely not the Chinese reward tank. There's an E100. There's a few pictures of that, the 2D style. There's a tiger at the front, which looks pretty cool. Is that on all of them? Or is that how it is? Maybe it is. Yeah, it's on that one as well. There you go. Pardon me. Chapter 2, where there's more goodies. Now, this is the Chapter 2 has come out. It wasn't always around. The Chapter 2 came out a while ago when people realised maybe when Wargaming realised that people were keen to buy this thing on day one and to be the first out playing it. There might be multiple reasons for that. People might want to get these extra missions done. They might want to be the first to put marks of excellence or the first to ace the tank. for whatever reasons. But you get, there's from day one, there's a daily mission that can only be completed if you've already got the tank. And we'll have a look at them. Yeah, in the garage, you can see that chapter 2 there. Oh, here it is here. It comes up here. No problems whatsoever. So level 1, these gives you a discount on the 3D style. There's another 3D style which is available via the garage for 6,000 gold. But by completing these missions, you can get it cheaper or free. I'm not sure. So for level 1, you've got to do 9,000 damage over any number of games. Now, these are daily. So once you've finished them, the next one doesn't come up. And if the day expires, you've lost that opportunity to get that. So for the first daily mission, which will be the 28th probably, a 12.5% discount on 3D style, some personal reserves. Second one is another 12.5% discount on the 3D style. And this is to get 7 kills. Doesn't matter. 7 kills over any amount of games. These are not as challenging as the other missions because you've already spent the dough to unlock these missions. Premium time, personal reserves, another discount on the style, 2,000 damage in one game. Top 3. 800 base experience, and they're nowhere near as challenging. But in the end, you might get the Tiger Claw 3D style for free. So it's how is it saying 12.5% discount on every one? I'm not too sure. On the bundle. Okay, so you get the bundle. We'll have a look at the bundle in a minute. This is the bundle here. It's the style. 28 days of premium. That's not too bad. Some personal reserves and crew books as well. That's how it looks, folks. Have a look at that. It looks absolutely fantastic. I reckon it looks pretty cool. Keep an eye on that gun nozzle because we're going to get to that gun nozzle when we get into the garage. And there's two states you can put this one in. You can have it. That's partial. That image there, and that's the full one with the tinsel over the gun barrel, which I reckon looks pretty cool. You can get it immediately by buying it. That's what it's mentioning it there in the article. But I'll leave the link in the description below for the article. I reckon it's a pretty good looking tank. I'm not saying it's a good tank to play. I'm saying it looks good. I'm not commenting on the gameplay at all. And this is what it looks like in the garage. You can see the tank preview there. That's how it looks. Now that looks like the 2D style that we talked about before, which you can get by completing the chapter 1. There's the tiger at the front, the stripes on it. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I agree. I reckon that looks pretty cool, that style. And you can already look in the garage now. You can go through each lantern, and it tells you the missions that we looked at before. Chapter 2 that we just talked about. Now this is the rewards upon purchase. You get the premium time and stuff. 12.5% discount. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe who knows. Anyway, let's have a look at the style. How does it work? This is the full style, and this is the partial. So the partial, it's you can see the gun. See the gun. You get a bit of tinsel on the gun, and also the end of the gun. That's a bit better. See the end of the gun? Bang! That'll be a tiger. Now this is relevant because if you look back in the garage, this has happened. This isn't the first time. There's the 121. There's the 121 which came out a couple of years ago. It looks like an ox there. Maybe it was the year of the ox when the 122, I should say, the 122 TM, which I reckon looks fantastic in all of its bling. Also, the Type 59 Gold has what looks like maybe a dragon on the end of its gun, and of course the Quinlan or the Quillen. Has a dragon that breathes fire at tier 10. So it's not the first time that we've seen an interesting gun barrel. An interesting gun barrel on the end of a reward tank. And I don't know, maybe I'm going to try and get it for the to complete the collection. Now, what would I recommend people do? I'm not too sure. That's all up to you. Depends. You might be off work because of COVID. You might be staying at home and lots of spare time, and you might say this is a challenge to try to get this tank for free or at least heavily discounted. Of course, anyone who's playing the game, as long as they're playing tier 6 or above, they're going to be getting the discount regardless. And not just the discount, but also the free stuff. You know, the premium time, the personal reserves, the credits, and all that kind of jazz. And, of course, the equipment. That's going to tempt people, I guess. I think the 3D style looks pretty good. If I've gotten anything wrong, please let me know in the comments. In the section, in the chapter 2, why does it say 12.5% over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over 10 days? How does that work when the other one is 10? Tell me if I've missed something. I'm sure it'll be something really, really obvious, but let me know in the comments below. What are you going to do? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to be off work for the period of the marathon. Will I try to get it? I'm not too sure. I'll be streaming this tank with Ziggy on the World of Tanks ANZ channel on a separate account, so it's not my account that's already got the tank. Don't worry about that. There's no shenanigans going on there. But we'll be demonstrating it. I think it's next Wednesday night. We'll be platooning and having laughs, doing World of Tanks, talking tanks on the ANZ channel. I'll link that down below as well, as long as I remember to, because we all know that sometimes I forget. And let me know what I've got wrong about this 12.5% discount. I'm not too sure. Anyway, good luck if you're doing the marathons. If you're doing the marathons, good luck to you. I don't think I'll do the marathon to get the whole 100% off. But if you are, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you enjoy the tank. I'm sure there will be some tank reviews coming very, very shortly. Not by me, but maybe by some people who are a little bit more qualified to talk about how good the tank is. I'm not sure why I'm showing. I'm not sure why I'm showing that one up in the thing. This one should be up on the screen, right? I think it looks pretty good. I like these. I like the Lunar New Year-ish kind of tanks. The Type 59 Gold, the 122 TM. I know plenty of people don't like the non-historical features, if you like, of this tank. And for those people, well, you probably don't need to go for the Chapter 2 stuff, because the 2D, I think the 2D style, looks pretty good as well. So I'm not sure if the 2D style would be regarded as non-historical, probably. But I think the styles look pretty good. I like the look of these tanks. I think they're quite pretty, if that's the right word, and they look pretty good as well. You let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are you going to be going for the tank? If you are, again, like I said before, I wish you the best of luck. I don't think I'll be going for a 100% discount. I'll definitely be grinding out the marathon to see what I can get out of it. But of course, as usual, don't overspend. You know, these are crazy times. Look after yourselves. Look after your mental health. Look after your family. Don't forget to like and subscribe, importantly. And of course, if you want to see us on Twitch, we'll be playing, not this, or maybe we will be playing this tank on my channel. I'm not too sure. That's where we can be found on Twitch. Twitch TV /stewiejp. It's where all the magic happens. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, get on board, follow, tell your friends, and good luck in your quest for the tank if you're going for it. If you don't think you want it, don't worry about it. Just get the free stuff that's along the way. That's what I would do. Anyway, good night, take care, and might see you on Twitch later on.